Geek Frost. Hi, my name is Anna, and I'm a singer.
Hi, my name is Peyton, and I'm a dancer.
And today, what are we doing today?
Today, we are back for a reaction that we are both very excited about. And for the first time in a long time, we'll be reacting to P1 Harmony in their newest song.
Yes, so P1 Harmony is finally back with a new release called Do It Like This. How serendipitous, because literally in our most recent video, like the day after we filmed that and we were like, oh, P1 Harmony really needs a comeback, they announced their comeback, that is this. So obviously we've been very excited about it and we have watched all the teasers in advance, so we kind of know what to expect. We've been super hyped. So that being said, let's just go!
I'm telling ya, he's the main character of this comeback.
So I guess they filmed this when they were in America.
Yo.
Yeah, because they're with an American dance crew too.
Oh yeah, that one teaser. Wow.
They're here to create chaos.
Aw,
Love and
cute.
peace!
Claps. Oh, that was a cool chord. Teaser!
Oh,
Can they drive? Sorry, there's like so many cars and I'm like, can they drive?
oh! It's like boxing.
Aww. Oh.
This is very like, the vibes are very like, eh?
Aw.
No,
There's so many clap sounds. Even the underline chord.
Oh yeah.
That beam. Oh my gosh, it's so catchy.
Yeah, it makes you really want to dance along.
That was gonna be one of my comments, dang it! I've been prepping it.
The lyrics are also so on brand for P1 Harmony. Eh?
What's going on? Is this when the dance crew comes in? Oh? Oh no, this is their storyline, right? I'll be honest, don't really get their storyline.
But now it's like brightening. Wow.
Wow. Wow, that's so pretty.
Oh.
Wow. I like that.
Okay.
10 seconds?
Because it reset. Oh. let's just jump right into a couple of dance comments. The first one is more of like a overall like conceptual how it's built sort of thing. It has a very follow the leader like quality, which makes sense. So the title is Do It Like This, and I think you can see this quality the most in the chorus, where the member who's in the center for the first chorus, at least Intak and Jung, like for instance, Intak will step out and he'll do a move and then he'll say, do it like this, and he'll sort of back up into the group and they'll all repeat the move. And if you think about the lyrics and then just generally what like the message of P1 Harmony songs are, it does make sense because they're all about like, you know, it's okay to do it your own way. It's okay to like not follow the path. Like, let's try and make a new path, that sort of thing that like fits conceptually into their brand. But then a little bit more about the choruses and how the choreography is just composed. The first and second choruses are basically the same, but then the third chorus starts on a variation of that follow the leader like quality. Instead of it being one person and then everyone joining in, the center starts and then they join in slowly. And so this sort of functions in a couple of ways. First, because it's the final chorus, they're building on it. It makes it feel bigger because it's sort of this ripple effect out. But also, if you think about that message and that storyline of trying to like get people to like get up, do something, like join you, it almost feels like, okay, you're finally catching on. Like you don't need to see the whole thing. Like you can sort of join in on your own, and your actions are creating this ripple effect rather than you having to sort of like grab people and bring them along with you. So it tells that story through the dance as well. Something else I wanted to comment on though is just very quickly, their facials were so good. Like so good, especially in the dance scenes. I'm gonna be honest, personally, Intak's facials stuck out the most to me, and like, yeah, I'm a little bit biased, but all of them had really good facials, and I think it's just because they look so genuinely happy to be performing that when they're in the center, they have these very like fun-loving, like expressive facials, and so it really sticks out. But the last comment I wanted to make was how they're dancing on the beat, and so like we said in the reaction, it makes you want to dance, the song, the beat, everything. Like it makes you want to get up and join them, which kind of goes back to what they're trying to portray anyway. But it's really interesting because they're very light on their feet. It's almost like instead of being grounded into the beat, they're dancing right on top of it. And I think the best like visual representation of this is Soul's part, when he's almost like tiptoeing onto the Do It Like This over and over again. You can almost see like him like stepping onto those words and onto that beat, but you get that sense throughout the entire thing, which is very interesting because it's a little bit different than their previous releases, how they like sort of ride the beat. But I think it has this like lighter quality to it, which also matches the facials that they're doing. I don't know, I just thought it was really interesting quality. I don't like have a ton of analysis on it. It just really stuck out to me. So that's all I'm gonna say. I'm just really happy they're back and I'm really proud. So Anna's turn.
Hello! Yes, so it is now time for my comments. First things first to talk about is obviously the common theme that I started talking about in the reaction, and then Peyton said a thing, and then I was like, dang it, I was gonna say that as my comment. I'm still gonna talk about it, but now I get to go more in depth. One thing that you notice is that there's kind of like an instrument change for it between like when it's playing in the verses versus when it's playing in the chorus. In my opinion, in the chorus, it's like thinner, a little bit more muted sounding, but part of the reason why I think it like makes you want to dance is because of the very syncopated rhythm. So it's like very rhythmic and it makes you want to like lean into it and groove more. 4/4 time for this song. 1, 2, 3, 4. Da 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 da. So like almost every single part starts on the offbeat. But also when I think about that, it's also kind of like a here, let me show you, and then follow along in your own way, because I'm not going to attempt the pictures right now, but the line goes like da 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 da, and then there's a second one. So 2 of those make one phrase for that theme. If you take 1 out of the 2, the end of it, those notes are slightly different. So the first one is like here, do it this way, and the second one is like basically the same thing, but then the end note is like a slightly different style. Comment number 2 out of 3. Especially in the pre-chorus, I was noticing that they outlined the 1, 2, 3, 4 a lot, and you might have seen me like clapping along to all the clap sounds. I found it interesting because usually in pre-choruses, in the beginning, it won't outline the 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a little bit into it, it'll start doing 1, 2, 3, 4, and then beat divide for chorus build up. For this one, right from the start, it's the 1, 2, 3, 4. It's like that for the entire pre-chorus, but I was going to mention, like, even in the underlying bass that's like outlining the chord, yes, it's a sustained note for each measure, but you can kind of hear, like, if it was like a line and you hear like a slight hiccup sort of in it, it's like re-emphasizing each beat, 1, 2, 3, 4, very minimally, but I was like, oh, it's helping add to that effect for outlining every beat. Last comment out of 3. I said it at the end. I really like the way they say do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. It basically becomes like one syllable, but also the way that they're saying it has more of like playful energy to it. Also the melodic line when they're singing it, it's a sequence. You know, I love a good sequence. It's a descending sequence, but also it's like crunchy intervals, which is very in line with P1 Harmony vibes. They always have like really crunchy chords and intervals. Explaining the playfulness of the way they say do it, it's like attacking with the do and then pulling back with the it. So it's like, do it, here you go, and then, nah, just kidding. Like, oh, playing with you in that way. So it's more fun. And then that is 3 out of 3 comments done. Oh, but I forgot because it's my turn to TLDR. So TLDR for this reaction is, first of all, as you can tell, and as we said in the beginning, we are so excited for this P1 Harmony comeback finally happening. So congratulations. As we expected, it was wonderful and lovely. They had interesting musical elements, wonderful dance elements, and a storyline with seems like a main character that Peyton is very excited about. So we're very excited for the coming promotions.
But that being said, if you are also super excited about P1 Harmony's long-awaited comeback and you want to fangirl with us more, be sure to find us on our socials, which are linked in the cards. And as always, if you enjoyed this reaction video, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn on your notification bell, and bye!